let's go on. So it was in fact Asmodeus. LOL. He went walking around the house yelling how it wasn't him. But then, what was the point of you running around the house talking about how it wasn't you when it was in fact you? Did you really not think that nobody was going to actually figure it out and find out that it's you? Is that why you used to take my money, or was it really for you? Were you giving my money to other women? Was it worth it? I don't think it was worth it. You'll never see the mistake that you made by treating women like shit. You'll just continue to probably believe in your own mind that was the biggest mistake I ever made by dating her, by being in a relationship with her, me. It's not because Karma's a bitch, it's because I'm an inconvenience. But you know what they say about the name Constance? The definition is consistent as fuck. And I have to live up to my name. To be marching around like a motherfucking toddler, it wasn't me. Yes, it was. You know it was. Asmodeus, you did it all wrong, baby. What you were supposed to do is you were supposed to say, y'all can believe what you want to believe. I don't got time for this. And then you walk out. But to say it wasn't you when you know it was you and then you got caught, like in the same, like what, 20 minutes? What else did you fail at CCC? Because I don't think it was just algebra. Like, do they just let anybody in? You don't have to like do any like entrance test, nothing? See, I kind of feel like if you're not going to be like street smart, you should be book smart. If you're not going to be book smart, you should be street smart. But how you fucking dumb in every single area? You lack common sense and academic intelligence. No wonder you're a liar. That makes sense. You could have just got a fucking therapist and a tutor, but like, no, it makes sense. It's the cheaper route. I mean, it's gonna cost you more in the long run. It already didn't cost you your whole entire fucking hairline. Yeah, hairline's receding back to L1 and L2. That shit's going to be all the way the fuck gone when I'm done with you. You didn't have any close relationship with your hairline, did you? No, I hope not. Oh, yes. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. It's nice to be able to say all the things that I couldn't say to you when I was in a relationship with you. Hey now. Don't be mad at me. You brought this one yourself. Just remember that, okay? You could have swept right. But no. Do you really think you were going to be able to keep doing that shit to every single woman you crossed forever and ever and ever? Amen? Did you? Is that what you thought? That explains your grades. It's like pure stupidity. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard you think. And with the forehead you got, you thought you do a lot of fucking thinking. But your follow through is very fucked up because, like, with the forehead that big, you really be thinking about a bunch of nothing, obviously. Look, laughter is good for healing and it is good for the soul. It's good for your skin. It's good for like wrinkle lines and all that stuff. You should laugh more often. Let me stop. Okay. I said, he really underestimates everyone. He's such a piece of shit. And I still mean it. All the issues and kids he has and he's running around doing charity work. I was low-key jealous you never got my car washed. But like, why use someone else's card as if they can't just pull up the records? I said, he underestimates everyone's intelligence. He would never do all he's done unless he thought he could get away with it. That's very true. This man, it's weird calling him a man. He's obviously a bitch. He does bitch nigga shit. But this man, he studies the habits of everyone that he deals with. So this is the type of guy who is going to feel inferior and threatened by any relationship you have with anyone else that has an ounce of common sense. Like your siblings, your sisters, your girlfriends. Why? Because they can influence you to do something out of the ordinary. He needs you to stay exactly the way that you the fuck are. If you're a hermit, we need you to stay being a fucking hermit. Why? You're predictable. Moving on, I said I never linked any of my bank cards to the iPhone he gave me because I didn't want him to have access to my money. He can go to AT&T and access everything if he wants to. My iPhone is under his plan. He can access anything and everything. He can track it. He can trace it. Everything is coming back to me now. This jackass went to school tours with me for my youngest son. I believe the only reason he does anything kind for a woman is so he can secure his hot in a cot if need be. All of this shit is an investment. That man does not give a fuck about anybody. I don't understand it, but you know what? It's not for me to understand, and it's something that I probably never will understand, and that's totally fucking fine. I'm out of business when it comes to me sitting here and trying to understand the behaviors of fucking sociopathic idiots. Like, I'm not gonna understand it, and that's okay. What I do understand is that this is a very mentally ill person, and unfortunately, the shit he does is so fucking callous, calculated, and manipulative. This ain't the man that could actually go plead insanity, unfortunately. When I'm done this series, he might be able to plead insanity. Look, on the one hand, I constantly want to continuously address the fact that something is really mentally, potentially clinically wrong with him. But at the same exact time, I'm talking from experience, from my own observations, from my own studies, and from my own experience. So it's hard for me to just talk about him like he's a patient because he did this shit to me, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna always be like on the fence when it comes to the topic of his mental health. But fuck it. If you don't care, neither do I.